Archie McNealy grew up in the inner city Miami community of Overton. A kid so determined to get an education, his hometown newspaper shared his story with readers across South Florida, and then Reader's Digest shared it with the world. He still had a message he wanted to share.
My name is Archie McNealy, and I say to those who have the opportunity to save a life, to donate your bone marrow, to donate your cord blood. Please, people like me deserve a chance. People like me are waiting for you to save our lives.
That's the same young man, still determined, so determined in fact, that he's talking to you from his hospital bed. He's not looking for sympathy. He's hoping to choose the words that will make you act and inspire you to encourage others.
Feeling sorry for yourself is sort of like a trap. That's when you start losing, when you start feeling sorry for yourself. Everybody has a life situation. Mine happens to be a fight with 2 cancers. Mine happens to be a fight to one day get a bone marrow transplant. Others, maybe they're poor or destitute. Everybody has a mountain to climb, and mine just happens to be cancer.
Archie spent 7 years on a waiting list, desperately hoping for a match so he could receive a bone marrow transplant that would save his life. But the odds worked against him. A person is most likely to match someone of their own race or ethnicity. Be The Match Registry has a connection to nearly 11 million volunteers around the world who have volunteered to donate marrow if they are needed. Only 7% are African Americans like Archie, but it's even more complicated than that. As Dr. John Wingard, a cancer doctor at the University of Florida, explains.
So the vast majority of minorities, in fact, we struggle to find suitable matches. There are a variety of reasons for that. One important reason, particularly for individuals of African descent, is that the African population is older, and there is greater genetic diversity in African populations.
Archie learned his best chance of finding a match was from a newborn baby and the medical miracle of umbilical cord blood, which can be used for transplants similar to how bone marrow is used.
They presented that idea with me about a year later, after telling me that it would be near impossible for me to find an unrelated donor. So when I first heard about it, it sounded like a second chance.
Later, Archie met someone who had seen that miracle firsthand. Milton Vickers and Archie attended the same church in Miami, and Archie learned that Milton's daughter Devin had survived leukemia with the help of a cord blood transplant. He and Milton soon became friends.
We call him Gladiator. That's the strongest term that I can think of, because he's always fighting. And he's fighting to stay alive, and he's fighting to help others stay alive.
Milton understands better than most the tremendous gift he received. People he never met or had a chance to thank gave his daughter a second chance. That gratitude fortified their relationship.
I'm trying to give back as much as possible. And Archie provides me that opportunity to return an invaluable favor. But Archie is also very accepting of the help and generosity of others. He has an infectious attitude. So to that extent, yeah, I'm benefiting from my relationship with Archie probably as much as Archie's benefiting from mine. It's a little difficult to push away from Archie. You just can't do it. He has that kind of magnetism.
So spreading the word about the opportunity that parents-to-be have to donate their newborn's cord blood to a public cord blood bank like LifeCorp became Archie's mission. The process is free, painless, safe for mom and baby, and takes place after the baby is safely delivered. So why don't more people do it?
The number one reason I would say is lack of knowledge. They don't know. They think it's something too evasive. They think it's going to be too painful. They just don't know.
So more parents need to choose the option. More hospitals need to offer it.
If I had a chance to talk to what I call the people behind the red tape, I would tell them that if they don't do things like collect cord blood transplant and provide the opportunity for these transplants, they are essentially, helping not to save lives. I don't know what this red tape is, paperwork, politics, budgets. It's not helping save lives, which is the most important thing.
And that's what we call the Archie principle. Not taking action has consequences. It's something he understood and shared with his friends.
By signing up to be a bone marrow match, by donating your umbilical cord, you can save a life. How big would that be? How much of a difference that would make to one person, to two people? If the shoe was on the other foot, I'd be honored. I'd be honored to save a life.
That was Archie paying it forward, because that match he'd hoped for never came. While the stories of miracle cures often grab our attention, struggles like Archie's are far too common, yet seldom told. A little over a month after recording his message, Archie McNealy died in that hospital, but he kept that hope for helping to the end.
It's a lot of reasons I get up in the morning and I go out and go about my day as if I'm not facing none of this, because I have a strong faith in God, and I know that living my life to the fullest and helping others is more important than anything.